Alright, yo, and welcome back to some Granblue Fantasy Relink as we continue doing the rest of these fates. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting really tired of doing them, but I gotta do them. Some of them are really not that great, some are okay, and then some are really good. I like Veins. Catalina was okay. Brackon was also okay. Io, I think it was to help the kid, right? Just like how she didn't have parents and she helped him to try and get good, like understand the situation with his parents and what they were doing. So hers was okay also. Ugin. To help the friend with the loss, right? I guess this was okay. Rosetta, I don't think was that great, honestly. I like Charlotta. Rendozo was pretty, you know, memey and all that. So he's strong, and there's his legend, and it's like greatly exaggerated and all that. I like Fairies. Fairies was good. I haven't did hers. I also like Vayne. Kaliestro was good. Yodaha was okay. Zeta, I like hers. It was cute. I mean, she should have just been honest. Vazaraga is also good. But alright, let's do Narmaya. The cow people. They're not demon people.
I come from a long lineage of proud warriors. We had a great number of visitors at our dojo, many of them masters of their respective disciplines. At some point, I picked up a blade of my own and began to mimic their movements. Back then, I enjoyed the training for what it was, valuing the journey over the destination. That is, until I met him, the supreme swordsmaster of the Eternals, Iata, once known as the demon Zamba. With a single glance, he identified all of my weaknesses. Then, with a few words, he taught me to overcome them. His strength was beyond captivating. I even eavesdropped on a conversation between him and my father, and discovered we were distant relatives. I was elated. For some time, he continued to train at our family dojo. I took every opportunity I could to learn from him, following him wherever he went. I ate whenever he ate. I committed all his mannerisms to memory. However, with the exception of our first encounter, he never acknowledged me. After all, he yearned for nothing more than strength. Why pay heed to a weakling, such as myself? So I vowed to become stronger. I would soar so high, he'd have to see me. I dedicated myself to training, begrudging even a single moment of respite. The blade was everything to me. And eventually, there was no disciple at the dojo who could come close to rivaling my skill. That was around when he vanished. In the blink of an eye, he was out of my life. He spoke not another word to me, nor called me by name.
So is this gonna be about her chasing after him to finally get him to know this? I guess it's like the equivalent of well, I guess it's like the longer version of I don't know, what's his name? Stark. When he tried to get the demon and notice him, like, God damn.
I was meditating
These cow
in the
people.
forest one day when a group of travelers approached me. I didn't know them, but they were the captain and the crew of the Grand Cipher, and my future. Initially, I thought they were lost and had come to ask for directions. I was only half correct. They were seeking guidance, but not out of the woods. They wanted to learn martial arts from me.
I mean, to be
I shook
fair,
my head. I was no master.
from the little I have played of Granblue, which this is not much,
I believed the captain was mocking me.
which isn't much. Like I mentioned earlier on, I believe the captain has like different classes in the mobile game, which I wish they had included in this, honestly. Like maybe 5. They don't have to include all of them because I think there's like a lot. There's like they have all your basic classes. Then they have your advanced class, like it's like Final Fantasy-ish. Because I believe I went the knight one, and I also went cleric. And then because then I stayed on cleric and I just healed. Because I believe there are some edgy classes I wanted, but I didn't know how to unlock, and you have to progress the story, and the gameplay isn't really for me.
But that wasn't the case. I looked into the captain's eyes and found truth, alongside a burning desire for strength. It felt as if I was in his presence again. I found myself drawn to the captain.
Wait.
That's why I decided to join the crew of the Grand Cipher on their journey across the skies.
But that wasn't the case. They looked into Grand's eye and found truth, alongside burning desire for strength. Oh, as if I was in his presence. I'm confused. Is she saying that her teacher was the captain's dad? Or she's mean that she looks like it's like the captain is her from back then when she was gazing up at the guy and was trying to learn from him to become stronger. You know? So that's why I'm confused. Like it's one of the two.
I was convinced that this was the only path that could reunite me with Zamba.
Oh, that was his name, Zamba. Imagine if it was Zappa, I'll be like, what a coincidence, you know?
One day, I encountered an adorable Harvan girl at a local market. I'd already finished my shopping, so I decided to accompany her to a nearby cafe for tea and conversation. Upon parting, I asked for her name. She proudly introduced herself as Fief, one of the 10 Eternals.
10 Eternals?
I heard that Zamba once cared for a child of the same name. A jealousy brewed within me that I hadn't felt before. Zamba had taken notice of her, yet he never once acknowledged me during our time together. My inner peace had been shattered. I retreated to the mountains and started my training anew. But the more I tried to find direction, the more I realized how lost I truly was.
I'm confused. Does she like him?
It was Lyria and the captain who brought me back. They appreciated
like
me for
Zamba?
Nothing more, nothing less.
Or is this like
I too could learn to love
she is like a pride thing where she wants him to notice her.
Future. That thought filled me with so much contentment. I was ready to give up on chasing Zamba. But the universe works in strange ways. As soon as I was about to let go, Fief helped bring me and Zamba together again. It was then I finally put into words how I felt. I spoke about how I wanted him to acknowledge me, to call my name. He listened quietly, and for what I felt was the first time, truly saw me.
I'm waiting for her to get shattered because she's probably like,
I had yet to see and love myself. As part of my quest for self-discovery, I crossed blades with Zamba. No, Iata. We fought for days.
who the hell is Iata?
I no longer believed I was a weakling. After our battle, we visited the tea shop, and it was there that he first addressed me by name. Never had tea and cake.
I'm guessing Zamba is Iata?
Now, with nothing holding me back, I am free to soar toward ever greater heights with my beloved companions on the Grand Cipher.
Her backstory isn't that great, I'm not gonna lie. So she did this whole ass journey just to get this guy to notice her. What is this, Sakura Sasuke? Except I mean, Sakura, spoilers, Sakura did manage to get Sasuke to marry her. But this, I guess, it's alright. So she was so core focused on getting him, but that she never discovered herself.
We know I had failed that day at the Hailwind Altar. I had spent years training and sharpening my skills, devoted my entire life to the pursuit of strength. But in that moment, it all amounted to nothing. Our experiences in Zego Grande had planted a seed of doubt in my mind. Over time, it grew, dense and wild as a jungle, choking me with a sense of helplessness like I'd never felt before. I wasn't able to protect Lyria or the captain. I had found my identity as a big sister, as a guardian, but now that I'd failed, who was I? I thought about resuming my training, but I couldn't afford to isolate myself like that. What if something were to happen while I was away? Then, the solution came to me. Whenever the captain was about to take on a dangerous mission, I would complete it first. That way, I could train myself and protect the crew in one fell swoop. I was too blind to see that despair had clipped my wings and chained me once again to the past.
Feel like wouldn't that not let the crew get stronger? Because she's, you know, taking it all on herself? I probably want crit. Of course, it's not level 100, so I don't have the second status. Oh, that sucks. I believe she only has... I think she'll do well with, like... I'm not sure a quick charge will work. I'll just keep it. Alright, give me Aegis. Oh, I got a higher skill assault too. Combo booster would be good for her. Oh, no. Steady focus. I mean, would quick cooldown really be good for her since most of it scales to her butterfly? I feel like that wouldn't be as great. Also, steady focus really works. She only has, if I'm not wrong, 2 charging attacks, right? The big AoE in her AoE stance, and then Setsuna. I feel like more combo booster would be helpful. Oh, whatever. I'll just keep it. We'll see. I believe everyone's at least 75, 90. Yeah.
Are there any particularly dangerous missions available? Sierra Carte, with her usual cheery disposition, set a list of options before me.
Sure are. We've got a few jobs here that only a crew of your caliber could handle. In fact...
She paused and looked at me with a quizzical expression.
You know, I can't even remember the last time I saw you here by your lonesome. Don't you usually do things as a crew?
I told her I intended to undertake these missions alone, as part of my training.
I gotcha. The grind never ends for you, huh? Just don't push yourself too hard, you hear?
I nodded, only half acknowledging Sierra's words. After deciding upon a venture, I chartered a small carrier vessel which would take me to a nearby island. As the ship was tossed about the turbulent winds, I closed my eyes and looked for peace within. This is for their sake, as well as mine. According to Sierra, the threat should be somewhere around here. Freeblooders dance.
I really like her design. Maybe because I'm just a thigh-high boots, gloves kind of guy. But goddamn, the cow people. And their giant udders, like... I don't know. And they're all short stacks too. With big ass. What was the art there, the manga? Is this a manga? A mangaka? What the gacha game designer thinking? He was like, yeah, I love big asses and big tits.
Evil.
It's like the Bleach
Just a little farther.
the Bleach mangaka guy. Loves breasts for days. I'm assuming I'm gonna see Solo the Goblin Warrior, as it says at the top right. I just noticed it. Unfortunately for you, you're level 30. And I'm using a melee character. Oh, you're level 20. Yo, man, you're gonna get shit on.
Shall we test which is stronger? Your shield or my blade?
Oh my god.
This battle will end. It ends with your death. The tide worthless.
Bro didn't have a chance.
But it's not over yet. I will not rest while evil runs free.
Oh, that was quick.
Do you not have anything more dangerous? I made quick work of the mission and returned at once to Sierra. She seemed taken aback when I demanded more work, but I was determined. If someone had to risk their life, better me than the captain.
But won't they not grow because you're doing this? I feel like this should be a teamwork
would
thing.
Be kept free from worry and danger, while I grew stronger. I was so absorbed in my thoughts, I'd failed to notice how Sierra's eyes grew ever more clouded with worry.
Hello.
I feel like she's really... I don't know. I feel like she's really kind of one note. I guess I was gonna say selfish, but it's like a mix. It's because she's selfish because she wants to take the burden all on herself and protect her team. But it's also that she's doing that and she's not talking it over with them. And like, what if something happens to her? Then the crew will blame themselves. It's like they should have done something. They should have helped her. They should have noticed, you know? I feel like she really needs that self-reflection, honestly. Oh god, okay.
I continued to take one treacherous job after another. If you want someone safe, then keep them from entering the tiger's den. It's as simple as that.
Are you really sure you're up for another one, Narmaya?
Zero worried for me, but there was no turning back now. My labor had bore fruit. The rest of the crew was beginning to look healthier, better rested. They returned earlier from missions, bearing fewer injuries. I appreciate the concern, Zero, but the path to strength is long and narrow, and I must continue down this path, for all of their sakes. I was fixated on protecting my loved ones. They were all I could see. If they were safe, then nothing else mattered. That thought alone was enough to steel my resolution. On days without work, I would meditate on the deck of the Grand Cipher. One day, the voice of Vyrn broke through my meditations.
I don't know. She looks pretty wound up. Wouldn't she usually have dozed off by now? I'm telling ya, something's going on.
He was livelier than ever. Perfect.
You shouldn't push yourself too hard, Narmaya.
And sweet, tender Lyria. Yes, this was how things should be.
Damn, she's very
I
perceptive.
cracked open my eyes and stole a hopeful glance at the captain. But on that kind face, I could read only worry and distress. I wanted nothing more than to comfort my darling. No, I was acting for their sakes.
Jesus
I
Christ!
had already come so far. If I could just hold to my path a little longer, make the skies a little safer, then I could go back to being their big sister. I needed more strength. I needed to be worthy of this family.
All right. Now that I feel like I'm getting to know her, I feel like is the voice actor typecast for this? Because I know she voices... Well, never mind. I lied. Hu Tao is nothing like this. She's more outgoing and like punny. You know, with all this other thing, she doesn't dote on the traveler, right? Aether and Lumine. But because I was about to say, because I forgot she voiced her too. But because I was like, oh, doesn't she voice Ram or Rem, whatever, the blue hair one? And she dotes on Sobaru, I think that's his name. So I was like, is this like the type of character who Narmaya is? I hope not. But maybe she's just being thick-headed.
The Grand Cipher was powerful, but in the end, we were only small people in a vast sky.
Yeah, but you all can get stronger if you guys work together. That'd be saying like Goku. I mean, now he can, but before they were like, "Hey," Whis was like, "Oh man, you guys are struggling against me." It's like, but maybe if you work together, you guys could, you know, do something. But they were like, nah, we want to do one-on-one. It's like if they just work together and not just fusion, you know?
If I didn't get stronger, one day that sky would engulf us. I had to protect them. I could protect them. All I was lacking was time.
Man, I really do like her character
I
design.
couldn't believe it.
I really like the brown with the
But
beige.
that day, the captain had
Always loved that
without my
color
knowledge
because
and taken up a request,
I always like
a particularly treacherous one.
the brown with the beige because it's always the color of adventurers, you know? Like every time you see a basic adventure art, it's always like brown gloves and boots, and then with a beige top. That's always the adventurer color. That's why I like it. It's basic, it's humble. It's nothing too flashy, except for her pink hair. But other than that, the perfect go-to.
It was careless to think that Zero would reserve every single dangerous job for me.
The Grand Cipher crew's more than capable of handling it.
Oh, well, she's gonna be worried. She's gonna go
Didn't you
after them.
see? The universe worked in dark and mysterious ways. Their lives were always in danger. If I allowed monsters to wander free through the skies, their rot would continue to seep until I, just one lonely figure, could no longer hold back the tide.
Bro,
I had to hunt them all down. There was not
Jesus!
enough to lose. I had to cut down the root of evil, so it could never spread again. I would not kill out of malice, nor did I seek meaningless violence.
you know what? Narmaya kind of reminds me of Vasaraga. If Vasaraga did not have Zata to slap him into reality, you know? Because he was like this, this dark shit. This dark poop. I told myself to stop cursing. This dark poo-poo. But she's like, you're not alone. You got me. We're partners. We're in this together. And then you're like, you got the rest of the crew. You don't have to handle all this alone, you know? You got us. Except she, I don't know, she feels like she also has that, like, I guess Gondar Oza isn't that arrogant, maybe. I haven't seen him get humble, so he has like his mindset where he has to do everything, well, she has to do everything herself, and that without her, they can't. They need her protecting. You know?
But when weighing the
I hope I'm
lives
just
of my
thinking
loved
wrong.
ones against the lives of these beasts, the answer was clear. As long as their threat persisted across the skies, the crew would never truly be safe. And so I would wield my blade to protect the crew and the helpless. For the captain, I would become the harbinger of death. Everything is for the captain. My captain. My dearest captain.
This is the rampart I was
would
talking
kill.
about.
And kill, and kill, and kill.
Yep,
Every
that sounds like her.
last threat.
All right, am I missing something? Is she just projecting Zamba into Grand now? Because she said she felt this like urge for strength, for power when she looked into his eyes, and I was so confused. I was like, you want to learn from him, or is it like you saw his love at first sight kind of thing, or what is this? And because Zampa never noticed you, maybe he was like, oh, okay, she's kind of a little too clingy here. Instead, I was like, that's why he never noticed her. But then she eventually, when she met the captain, replaced Zampa with the captain. And unlike Zampa, the captain didn't ignore her, so she clung to him. Also, I didn't think I would like this move, but it's actually pretty good. Crescent Moon. I thought it was just a back attack, but it shoots a sword beam. That's pretty awesome. I mean, it's better than Setsuna, and because Setsuna, you have to do the entire animation, which sucks. I wish there was a better way to get like the butterflies. You get 3 butterfly for this. You also get 3 butterfly for this. This isn't that great because you get no butterflies. Maybe this would be better. Oh, wait. You got... Oh, wait, no, but... Actually... Would... Just steady focus. It's a... so I can stack butterfly faster. So this is per hit, right? If I get one more, I'll probably put the stout heart one.
I found the largest known monster's den in this skydom, and began my hunt. Die, for the sake of the skies, and my captain. My blade cut through flesh and bone. Again, again, again and again. And soon, time lost all meaning. How long was I there? Perhaps 3.
I guess I see a lot of similarities to Ram.
My vision blurred, my body grew heavy. But I couldn't stop. Not here. With these hands, I would deliver my loved ones. Even if it meant steeping them in blood. Next is 979. I must stay strong. For the captain.
Bro, she is crazy. She is so unhinged.
I must destroy every threat.
I also have no potions. I'm assuming that the crew is gonna show up because she has that much
They must
health.
all be eliminated. Death breeds life. My hands have gone numb.
I mean,
Even in death, my sword and I are one.
to be fair, I'm level 91 and these guys are no like threat. So yeah. I mean, but I'm pretty sure. Supposedly though. Maybe I'll find potions or something to heal me. Oh, there's an item. I mean, is it worth it to go back? Probably not. Alright, so they give you potions. Maybe the crew might not show up.
Letter.
Oh, those are mega potions.
To see me is to see death. 999. There's more above me. I can feel it.
Bro, get some help. Are we changing maps?
Here.
Oh hey, Garamud.
You have breathed your last.
Furious Bondersnatch. Okay. God damn, you piece of shit.
My blade. Try again. Swift as thought. Certain as I will take one
Oh,
I
easy.
finally did it. Wait. There's more of them. Impossible.
All right, Captain.
My body had reached its limit. I had managed to fend off countless hordes of monsters, but more kept creeping from the shadows. I summoned the last of my strength for one final swing. Then my sword clattered to the ground. Darkness. Monsters began to close in, claws drawn, ready to kill. I closed my eyes, waiting for it all to end. But before my mind could fade into darkness, I was roused by a brilliant flash.
Narmaya!
Captain?
Let's get you out of here! Quickly! You had us worried, you know?
Vyrn, Lyria too? The captain took my hand, but I couldn't leave yet. I had to finish the job.
Narmaya, I'm so sorry we didn't notice what you were going through sooner.
My heart plunged. I should have been the one apologizing. I was the one who failed. Gently, I tried to withdraw my fingers from the captain's.
We heard it all from Sierra. Can't believe she's been giving you all the hard jobs. You were doing it to protect us, right?
I parted my lips. They needed to understand that it wasn't Sierra's fault, that I brought this all on myself. But my arid throat could not push out a voice. After a moment of silence, the captain pressed down on my hand.
Narmaya, I want to protect those closest to me, same as you. So if something's on your mind, don't keep it to yourself. We're here for you.
And just like that, I was overcome with the emotions I had tried so hard to suppress. How could I have been so blind? Not a single one of us could protect the crew. But that's okay. Because all of us could protect each other.
What
The
the show?
whole is greater than its parts.
This should have been known. Isn't there an entire goddamn game of you guys traveling together through the entire world or some shit? Gathering One Piece map to find Grand's dad? It's called a crew. I feel like you should have known this, but then again, from what I've seen, she seems selfishly stubborn at times. Sometimes rarely delusional. I guess they never gave her that talk. Man, thank God Vazaraga has Zata. She's like, bro, we're partners. We're a pair. Look, I know you're on this whole depressing ass. It's my fault. I need to be the shield, but hey, you got me. We're homies. We ride together. We die together. You know.
The captain's grip was firm and led me blinking into the sunlight.
Also, thank God for once they didn't Vegeta this. Because throughout this entire story, I constantly caught lacking when they just stand there and watch it happen. At least this time they're like, hey, something's up with her, you know? We should probably, watch her and just in case she does something crazy.
There, I saw worry etched into the faces of the crew. I realized that, by putting myself in harm's way, I hurt those who cared for me. Those who loved me, those I wanted to spend my days with, now and forever. But the course I had been following could only lead to isolation. The captain still hadn't let go of my hand. Though the grip of those calloused fingers was firm, I felt a gentle kindness in their warmth.
How much money do I have? Not a lot.
Hello. Which will it be?
Captain, are you hungry? I'd be more than happy to feed you. Or maybe you'd like a nap. I always thought I had to be strong for my loved ones, never truly realizing they were my strength. We supported each other. We lessened
I don't know.
the
It feels
burden of sorrow
it feels like you
and shared
support
light of
the
joy.
captain.
Lyria, you've got a bit of cream on your
Oh,
skin.
never mind.
Here,
There we go.
let me wipe it off for you.
Since you support the three.
Thank you, Narmaya.
I'm glad Butterfly Girl's back to normal. But is it just me, or is she laying it on even thicker than usual?
Vyrn was adorable, trying to play the part of the tough dragon. However, as I took him into my arms, I thought he shouldn't have to put on an act around me. After all, we're family, aren't we?
Damn, she is really one note. In that she's more obsessive, like what's the word? Like she leans too hard into one. Like either whenever she decides to do something, you know, she leans like narrow-mindedly too hard in that direction. When she wanted to become wanted Zanban to notice her, and then she's like, okay, she'll single-handedly train to become super strong for him to notice. And then when she got protect the crew, and now she's like, oh, she asked I guess she calls herself the big sister for the three.
On a bright, quiet day, I had a sparring match with the captain. I once locked myself away from the world in the pursuit of strength, training in solitude. But I've since found that I train best with those I love around me, to lend me a guiding hand or an encouraging voice. The captain held nothing back during our session. It seems I'm not the only one who has grown stronger. Our blades rang bright and clear, and the captain's smile is a clear reminder of how far I'd come. After training was over, we stood for a while longer on the deck of the Grand Cipher, feeling the breeze. Above us, the azure sky was spread as far as the eye could see, its splendor too much to take in all at once. I felt as if I would be consumed by the sky itself, and grasped the captain's hand. In that moment of peace, I swore that I would keep learning and growing. Not alone, but together with those I love.
All right. I mean, she says that, but I don't know. I feel like hers is out of all the characters you've seen so far, it's pretty hazy. I feel like she'd be quick to turn. But I was getting to know Narmaya through her fate. And I gotta say, she reminds me a lot of Ram.
Well then, so long.
Because I was like I mentioned earlier, I thought she was typecast because the same voice actor also voiced Ram or Rem. But I was like, no, because she voiced Hu Tao, and Hu Tao isn't like that. Because Hu Tao is more outgoing compared to the reserve or conserved type, you know? Conserved doting type. But yeah, that was Narmaya. I guess the next character we get to know is whoever is, I don't know. But I guess we'll see when we get to that point. Anyways, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.